So I have done a previous video on Darnall allotments, but before I go back on the ground and show you the extent of the damage, I really wanted to show you the wider picture of it. So looking at a plan of it, you've got High Hazels Park here. This is known as Tinsley Golf Course. It's not High Hazels Golf Course for people who are calling it High Hazels Golf Course. This is Tinsley Park. Now my great granddad, who had an allotment here, used to work at Tinsley Park College somewhere over here, and he lived down on York Road, so I'm guessing he probably walked through there. I think he stopped working there in the 1950s when it closed down. Lived to a good old age of 85 to say he'd worked down the colliery. But let's get back to the subject matter. So this is the size of the actual allotments themselves, but when I come onto Greenland Road and show it you, just note the houses just here. You're only seeing to about here. It goes all the way back to here. So my understanding is it's probably been allotments for 100 years. And then my understanding also, correct me if I'm wrong on any facts, I can only go on what I understand or believe, that 3 Asian gentlemen bought it about 10 years ago, and then recently served notice on people to vacate it. The police got involved extremely quickly. There was said to be illegal activity on here, and then one day I'm driving in from Treaton and I see a big fire, and then things all start to come together. Then there was a second fire, and then the allotments were trashed up. Now, I'd walk down here and show you the absolute destruction on Infield Lane, but my concern is that there'll be asbestos sheets, and my concern is, have they been smashed up or not? The asbestos sheet, or did they leave the asbestos sheets alone? Whoever did the trashing of the site. So there is an article here by Sheffield Tribune, I'll put that in the description for you, going on about bullies and whatever. There is a bit of an attack, isn't there? Because I think you now got to register chickens. You know, it's just getting a joke with the control that's going on. So looking on here, AI's getting involved more and more. I think that's an artist's impression of the fire possibly, but that's how big it probably was. I wish I'd stopped the car to show it you. But are we going to get a police investigation on this with some convictions? Because number one, the fires must have caused quite a lot of pollution. But on top of that, if asbestos sheet was smashed up and that's been blowing in the wind, that's illegal activity. So whoever did that. So we had Darnall allotment project on there. They've moved down to Ouse Road. So going back to the map, my belief is that if you see that housing there, it'll probably become more of that housing all across the site. That's my belief anyway. I doubt very much whether it'll become industrial units. But as I mentioned in the next video, we've got 1,500 new houses possibly being built on Greenbelt at Answorth that we need to fight, because this will just be the tip of the iceberg. I don't think they want us growing our own food. They're attacking every part of our culture, and I think this is an attack on our culture more than anything. So let's get down onto the